Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and in this live trading series what we're going to be looking at today is the US Canadian currency pair in the spot Forex market. Now just so everybody can see this, we're doing pre-market analysis here. It's Thursday, January the 28th, 2010. We're going to be looking at buying the US Canadian pair. What we can realize here is we have a fresh crossover from Vantage Point. Key levels of support come in at 104.64, 105.20, and 106.14, all of which are the predicted moving averages from Vantage Point. Now, what we're going to do is pull up our live trading platform as we normally do. We can see that the US Canadian pair currently trading at 105.86. So I'm just going to bring this up so we can get ready to get into our position. Now we're going to do a full lot. We're going to be intraday trading as we normally do here. So we're going to be looking to close this position out preferably this morning. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and get into a live position. We can see we've now entered this buy position. We've opened it at 105.84. The market currently trading 105.81, which is basically just the spread. So what we're doing here now is we're in this position just prior to the North American Open. So let's do a quick analysis of what Vantage Point has here. We can see that the crossover has taken place. It's fairly fresh on about the 20th of January. That's our confirming indicator that this pair is reversing long from a fairly substantial downtrend which it's been in. Predicted TSI from Vantage Point is coming off out of the oversold and has moved aggressively higher. Predicted MACD, very similar. Predicted RSI is definitely a concern here when it hits this kind of level in the 80 to 90 area. But for an intraday basis, we're gonna stick with that position for now because it is intraday. We're not getting into a long-term position here. So essentially, what we're doing is looking at the major levels of support, and most importantly, which way do we want to trade this? So I think we've identified that by basically the crossover. Now looking at these crossovers, the 18-day, only a sustained break of the 18-day predicted moving average from Vantage Point will take the pressure off the top side here. A pullback towards this area today is definitely possible. That's why our stops will be below the 104.64 area. That's very important to stay out of the broker radar, because they're going to try and run stops. You're going to have people looking to sell the top. But then you're going to have a lot of other people looking to buy in the bottom also. So what I'm going to do is just pull this daily report back up for a moment here so we can go through the daily report to make sure everything looks good there too. Now looking at the daily report, we can see the neural index is up. That's our 24-hour indicator, very important. Predicted differences on the medium and long term are at 137, definitely a concern, suggesting that this thing is overbought. But again, it's pulled back into the 105 area, so that's a good buying opportunity for us. 105.97 is the predicted low today. We've already gotten below that, but the overbought signals are again suggesting that it was going to do that. So our target today is going to be in this approximately in this 106.90 area, 106.50. But again, it's more about percentage of account than anything else. And with percentage of account, we have 49,200 is in our demo account. So we're going to be looking to make anywhere from $200 to $500, 0.5% of the account, which is good. So we can see today already the US Canadian pair has gone to 106.58 and it's hit as low as 105.54 actually. So we're sitting pretty much almost right in the middle of that range. So how to trade something like this is we want to stay with the current trend which Vantage Point has identified, which is clearly to the upside. So we want to make sure at this point in time we're not really interested in counter trend shorts. We want to stay with the direction of this signal. So we're going to be back here shortly to check on this trade. Hopefully we can get into a very good position. Everything is setting up quite nicely. Again, the only thing that's a bit of a concern here is these overbought signals on the predicted RSI and Vantage Point's patented predicted TSI indicator. So just to confirm once again here so everybody can see this, we are currently sitting Thursday, January the 28th, 2010, about 9:13 a.m. and we're going to be back here shortly to see how this trade is progressing. Okay, we're back here. We can see that's 9:22 a.m. We're going to just have a quick review of this. We can see it's Thursday, January the 28th, 2010, 9:22 a.m. Our trade is now up $10. Now, the only reason we're just quickly reviewing this is because we're getting ready to start the North American trade is about to begin. So again, we're going to be back here shortly to see how this position fares. Everything looks good for US Canada to extend higher. And again, we're going to be looking somewhere in the neighborhood, of between I think we're going to be looking between $200 and $500 to make on this trade. So the US dollar index obviously plays a part in this. Vantage Point's very accurately called the move on the US dollar index, which directly affects the US Canadian pair. So again, we're going to be back here shortly to review this. We're going to be looking for a move back towards that 106.50. We've entered into this position, this buy position, 105.84. Trade currently up $20. We'll be back here shortly to review this. Okay, we're back here. We're about 15 minutes into North American trade here at 9:46 a.m. Thursday, January the 28th. We can see now our trade is up $133. Everything moving along quite nicely here. So again, we've jumped into this trade just prior to the North American Open based around the analysis of the Vantage Point software. We're going to continue to monitor this trade, but this is how things look. Right now we have this crossover. It's a fresh crossover. We can see how the market is hugging the 3-day exponential moving average from Vantage Point. We've penetrated below that. However, the predicted 8-day and the predicted 18-day from Vantage Point are providing support down at between 104.64 and 105.20. Now, again, just a quick recap here, looking at the predicted looking at the actual highs and lows of the day. We have 105.54, 106.58. We've entered into the trade at 105.84, pretty much smack dead in the middle of that range on an intraday basis, staying with the current trend, which is clearly to the upside as identified by Vantage Point. We're looking for a move back towards the 106.50, 106.80, and a move towards much higher. To be perfectly honest, on the US Canadian pair, with the US dollar index moving higher, certainly the 110 area, 108 area is definitely possible. So we're going to be back here shortly, and again, this is an intraday trade. We're going to be looking to close this trade out preferably this morning before 12 noon Eastern Standard Time is what I would like to do here. And again, we're currently here, and hopefully everybody can see this. I'm going to outline it in black. 131.15 is our current profit on this trade, and we will be back again here shortly to review this. Okay, we're back here to review this trade now. We're up $332.41. We can see that it's 10:31 a.m. Eastern 10:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday, January the 28th. Our trade is progressing now. We can see we're moving up here, $350. We're going to be closing this position out very shortly. We've got the predicted high from